Good morning, Patriots. Constitution Vet coming to you live in the field. Okay, today's video is going to be a little bit different. I won't be covering the normal things you can do in your classroom. Instead, I'm going to show you one example of a lesson that I use to just blow my students' minds. I love that moment. Here and there in my classes, I have some lessons that just wreck my students' minds so that when they leave, they're like, oh my gosh. Everything I've been told is a lie. I know nothing. Oh my gosh, what does this mean? And they walk away and they're just blown away. And I love that feeling. Anyways, I'm going to show you why I'm so passionate about my state history. And hopefully you get your mind blown as well. You ready? Let's do this. Okay, so here's the thing. Where's my markers out here? Here's my lovely drawing of Texas. It's really hard to draw Texas accurately. I don't want to hear any complaints from people living in Colorado or Wyoming. Get out of here. So, here's Texas. Why is it that the major metropolitan cities are all on this half of Texas? DFW, Austin, San Antonio, Houston, El Paso, way over here. Okay? But there's like nothing in the middle. If you've been on this channel for a while, I think you can see where this is going. If you're new to this channel, this will be brand new to you too. There's nothing here. I mean, you have Lubbock, Midland, Odessa, Abilene, Amarillo, but they're not major metropolitan cities. They're like towns. They're nothing compared to these other ones, okay? And even beyond that, in Oklahoma, in the corner of Colorado, New Mexico, all the way down to Mexico, even close to Mexico City. There's basically nothing here. Why is that? I'll tell you why. 1743 to 1900. That's 157 years. Okay? That is how long the Comanche Empire lasted. The Comanches were the most powerful tribe in U.S. history. I will stand on that hill and defend that to the day I die. Other tribes like the Sioux, the Apache, the Arapaho, they were all Plains Indians and they were powerful tribes. But none of them came close to the sheer might of the Comanche. So again, 157 years is how long the Comanche Empire lasted. Okay? Brace yourself. 2022. 1900. How many years is that? 122. The Comanche Empire lasted longer than the entirety of our modern era. Think about that for a second. A bunch of Native Americans who were on horseback. They had firearms, but they predominantly used the bow and arrow and spear. This group of nomadic warriors, these hardcore individuals, literally dictated everything that happened in Texas history from 1743 to 1900. They controlled everything that happened in the state. That is why there's nothing here in this region of Texas. Because they've been around for 157 years. We haven't even begun to scratch the surface of their empire length. Okay? But let's do some more math here. 157 minus 122. That's 35 years. Right? That's the difference. Okay. So how long will it take for us to finally match the length of the Comanche Empire? Well, 2022 plus 35 is 2057. We are not going to reach the majesty and the might of the Comanche Empire until 2057. Think about that for a second, okay? The Comanche Empire, a nomadic, horse-based tribe, lasted longer than the entire modern era. Look at how much progress has been made since 1900 to modern day. Think about that for a second. Now, that is why Texans are the way they are. The Comanche spirit, that Comanche fire, that complete unwilling to submit, the complete, not even the thought of surrendering, the ability to fight tooth and nail to your very last breath, the absolute refusal to give in to governmental tyranny. Okay? That defined the Comanche. Now, to be fair, the Comanches weren't innocent people. They did some pretty brutal things too. Okay? It was the Apache who hated the Comanche. The Waco, the Karankawa, the Shawnee, they hated the Comanche. Okay? So again, history's gray. But that is why you have Texas the way it is. Texas was bathed in the fires of bloodshed from the very beginning. And from 1743 to 1900, 6 different nations tried to control Texas. Hence the word Six Flags. The theme park, Six Flags Over Texas, 6 nations. Okay? It wasn't until America that the Comanches were finally defeated. Okay? Just chew on that. That's why I'm so passionate about this subject. Anyways, have a great day, Patriots. Never surrender, never submit. This is Constitution Vet coming to you live in the field, signing out.